All right. I think we have almost everyone here, so let's go ahead and get started with our webinar, How to Configure Medical Index Records Directly in MerusCase. We are thrilled to have you here. Before we get started, I want to point out the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen. Please feel free to leave questions there at any time. I'll do my best to save some time at the end to answer those questions, but we'll follow up with you if we don't get to them. I want to kick things off by quickly introducing myself. My name is Constance Curtis, and I'm the lead customer success manager here at MerusCase. Every day, I help law firms streamline their operations with our robust case management platform, and I'm excited to share some actionable insights into some of our powerful features today. All right, let's get things started. Today, we'll be diving into the newly released medical index feature in MerusCase. This tool is all about making your casework smoother and more professional. If you've ever had to prepare a large packet of medical records, whether for opposing counsel, a judge, or for your own team's internal review, you know how time-consuming it can be. The medical index feature takes away that pain by automatically consolidating your PDFs, organizing them, and creating a clean, searchable index file that you can confidently share. We're going to cover three things today: how to set up the feature and make sure your documents are ready, how to actually use the feature to create an index, and finally, I'll answer some of the most common questions firms ask when they're first getting started. By the end of this webinar, you'll feel comfortable creating your own medical indexes and tailoring them to your firm's needs. Let's start with setup. The first thing to know is that the medical index feature is already enabled in every MerusCase account. You don't need to install anything. The way this feature works is through activity tags. Documents need to be tagged with a specific activity tag in order to be included in an index. By default, MerusCase uses the tag indexable. Now, let's say your firm already uses its own activity tag, maybe something like medical records or for index. That's not a problem. You can adjust your firm settings to match. To do that, you'll head to Tools and Settings, Firm Display Options, Document Index Settings. Here, firm administrators, that's important, only admins can do this, can change the activity tag that's tied to the index feature. Once you select your preferred tag, MerusCase will ask you to confirm by typing it in, and then moving forward, any document with that tag will be eligible for indexing. A best practice I recommend is to set this tag early before users start creating indexes. That way, all documents intended for indexing are accessible. Now, once you've got your tag in place, how do documents get marked for indexing? There are two main ways. You can apply the tag directly from the Activities tab inside a case. Just select one or more documents. Click the Document Index button, and they'll get the tag automatically. Or if you've already tagged them when uploading, they'll automatically show up in the Available Documents list. One thing to note, only PDFs are supported. But if you upload a Word document or an email, don't worry, MerusCase automatically converts those into PDFs so you can still include them. Lastly, when editing a document activity, you'll see some new data fields like date of service and document author. These aren't required, but they can make your index cover sheet much more informative. For example, having the date of service listed makes it much easier for reviewers to quickly navigate the records. Now, let's look at how to actually create an index. You'll do all of this inside a case file under the Document Index tab. Think of this process as 4 simple steps. Step 1, Selecting documents. When you click the Create Index button, you'll see all your available documents. You can check the boxes for the ones you want to include or apply a filter to narrow things down. For example, you can filter by non-index documents if you only want new records that weren't already included in a previous index. Step 2, naming the index. Give your file a name and a short description. This makes it easy to find later, especially if you need to create multiple versions for the same case. Step 3, categorizing documents. This is where the real power comes in. Categories allow you to break your index into sections. For example, you may have categories such as provider records, subpoenaed records, diagnostic imaging, billing. You can add as many categories as you need, rename them, and drag them into the order you want. Then just move documents into the right bucket. Inside each category, you can also sort by fields like author, date, or document name. This ensures your index doesn't just lump everything together. It presents records in a logical order, which can be a huge time saver for everyone reviewing them. Step 4, creating the cover sheet header. Finally, you can design your cover sheet. You can add a custom header, such as the case name or ADJ number, and choose which columns are visible. Options include things like document author, date of service, and page count. This is also where you can format the text. You may want bold headers or a particular font to align with your firm's document standards. When you're done, click the Save button and MerusCase generates the index. You'll see it under the Indexes tab. Keep in mind, depending upon the size, it may take a couple of minutes for the index to generate. And don't worry, indexes aren't permanent. You can always go back, hit the Edit button, and make changes to any of the 4 steps we just walked through. MerusCase will regenerate the index with your updates. I've seen some great questions come in throughout the webinar. Feel free to continue to submit any more questions in the Q&A box, and I'll answer them in a minute. But first, let's go over some of our top frequently asked questions because these come up a lot. Where do I find indexes I've already made? So these live under the Indexes tab in the case. If I delete an index, are the documents lost? No, the documents stay. Only the compiled index file is removed. Is there a maximum number of documents per index? No, you can include as many documents as you need. Why can't I edit an index someone else made? Only the index creator or a firm administrator can edit or delete an index. Can I replace my firm's old activity tag with the new indexable default? Yes, but it's permanent. If you delete an activity tag, you'll be prompted to choose a replacement like indexable. Just know that this cannot be undone. Can I sort by more than one column in step 3? Absolutely. Hold the Shift key and click multiple columns to sort on more than one field. So it looks like we have a little bit of time left, so I'll go ahead and answer some of your questions. If I don't get to your question here, I'll reach out to you directly. So please keep those questions rolling in. Let's take a look. So it looks like we have a question regarding, let's take a look here. Is there a way to remove a column from an index? We do not want the columns for date of service. Yes. When you are creating that cover sheet, if you look down into the left corner, you can modify the columns that you would like to include. The default is to have all of the columns available checked. And from here, you can just uncheck any column such as the date of service that you do not want to include. Let's see. So someone asked, can you go over categorize portion again? Yes, so let's talk about how we categorize documents. So remember, you can add as many categories as you need, rename them, and drag them into the order you want. Then you would just move the documents into the right bucket. Inside each category, you can also sort by field like author, date, or document name. To further organize your categories, you can go over to the right and you have the option, once you select the documents that you would like to include in the category, you can click the new category button or the save button, and that will lock in the documents into the category that you've selected. Let's see. Someone asked, is it possible to reorganize order of records before creating the index PDF? So you would want to have your PDF sorted in the desired order before you get to the medical index stage. Right now, we currently don't have a way to edit the PDFs in the desired order. Let's see. Will this presentation be made available for future reference? Yes, absolutely. Those of you that would like to have a copy of the recording, please reach out to us. Our support team would be delighted to send you over a copy of the link so you can access the recording. Okay, guys, that's the medical index feature. We've covered setup, walked through the 4-step process to create an index, and we've answered the most commonly asked questions. This feature is really about helping your firm deliver well-organized professional documents in a fraction of the time it would normally take. Before we wrap up, I'd love to encourage you to go to a case today, try tagging a few documents, and walk through creating a practice index. It's the best way to get comfortable with our newest feature. If you need more help, our knowledge base has step-by-step guides, and of course, our support team and me, we're always here to assist. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you feel confident about using the new medical index feature, and I look forward to hearing how it helps your firm.